My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an author. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and a host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today show. We have electric back here down in Virginia, but as many of you in my audience know, I have worked for Alaska for many years. Kind of lived off the land. However, since my accident in 2009, I've only traveled there to work one time in 2016. So now that I have lived in New York and Virginia, when we lose electric, when we have no water, I am reminded of all those years in the Arctic Circle, working in over 200 native villages. That was then, this is now. So here are my tips to you if you lose electric and you have no water. These are my 10 things you only know once you've lost electricity. For most people, it is nearly impossible to imagine a life without electricity. How are you supposed to cook your food? How do you entertain yourself without TV? And what about those basic needs which we constantly overlook, like lighting and wash machines? The thought of living without electricity is so scary that most people even consider going a day or two without it is the worst thing that can happen. But there is also a revolution happening, an off-the-grid revolution. Thousands of people are saying goodbye to modern conveniences and disconnecting themselves from the power companies. They are just some main lessons that people who've lived without electricity will know. Number one on my list is living without electricity isn't as hard as you might think. Friends, before Benjamin Franklin figured out electricity, we all lived without it. Nearly 250,000 Amish people still live without electricity today. Not to mention thousands of people in developing countries. Yes, some of those things are more difficult without electricity to work with, but not having electricity also simplifies a lot of things too. After an initial adjustment, you probably won't even miss electricity that much. Number two, no TV means you have time to relax. Get rid of that TV for a while. Most of us use TV as a way of relaxing. Funny how I never feel relaxed after sitting on the couch for hours watching TV, especially the news with all the bad things. It was a bit strange at first not to have TV or radio internet to occupy my time when I first went without electricity, and this was up in Alaska, but I soon started enjoying downtime. It's quite nice to sit around doing nothing but listening to the crickets and watching those stars. Number three, when summer hits, you'll wish you were nomadic. No electricity meant no fans or air conditioning. This, surprisingly, is one of the hardest things for most people during the summer who choose to live without electricity. I personally have trouble sleeping during really hot summer nights, and I'm sure you do too. I later figured out that taking a cold shower before going to bed helped. During the day, I would soak my feet in a bucket of water to help cool down. If I wasn't doing chores, even with these solutions, I still found myself wishing I could go somewhere cooler in the summer months and in the warmer winters. No wonder why so many of our ancestors were nomadic. Friends, number four, chores need to be done on time. Cooking dinner with candlelight isn't much fun. After doing this a few times, you learn to adjust your schedule to make use of God's given daylight. Other things fall into place as well. It is nice to have nature keeping your schedule for you instead of man's and its pre-decided 9-to-5 schedule. Number five, there is absolutely no need for gym membership. Think about this. One of the oddities of modern life is that people have to go to the gym to exercise. Our great-grandparents didn't have to make a point to exercise. They got exercise in their everyday life instead. Without electricity, my friends, you'll find that you've got to do a lot of tasks manually. And I'm not going to lie, some of these tasks are really strenuous. After washing clothes by hand, which some of you guys maybe never even heard of, I know people use the bucket washing machine method. People's biceps got really awesome. Carrying wood beats and any deadlifts or squats. People's bodies got leaner from walking to see friends instead of calling them. The cool thing is that they stop feeling so strenuous after a while. Soon, you just get in shape and exercise is just part of your everyday routine. Number six, slow foods taste better. It takes a while to stoke a wood stove for cooking. Baking in a solar oven is also an exercise in patience, not to mention all the prep that goes into getting the meals ready when you don't have electric food processor to do the work for you. For those of us in what I like to call microwave generation, waiting for things is annoying and frustrating. But good things come to those who wait, and that is a true statement. You'll find that you'll enjoy your food better because you didn't get it instantly. Number 7 is you'll learn the value of a cold drink. Sure, there are ways to refrigerate things without electricity, but they don't do as good of a job as a refrigerator does. I myself enjoy good Pepsi and found myself wishing for a cold one instead of a lukewarm one that I was drinking because we had no electric in the last few days. Challenges bring forth intelligence is number 8. You can't come up with a solution until you have a problem. Well, living without electricity presents a lot of problems at first. How are you supposed to mount those candles you got? Think about that. How do you make a wringer for your washed clothes? How do you haul a huge load of wood in the most efficient way? People who live without electricity will agree that you find yourself using your brain a lot more than you would in everyday life to find creative solutions to daily challenges. Number 9 is your family members are actually nice. They're actually interesting people. Without distractions of TV, internet, and dozens of gadgets you might have at home, you'll suddenly find yourself talking to your family members. Yes, yes, I know. That is an unheard of in today's modern world. It is amazing that even a few hours in darkness every evening can do for family bonding. It is what bonds the family again. 10 on my list is don't waste anything. Take away one luxury and you start cherishing the others too. I was surprised at how much I became a conversation nut after uh, uh, our first stint without electricity. Many years ago, we still had running water, but suddenly I didn't want to waste a drop and rigged up a gray water recycling system consisting of just buckets. The same went for food and random supplies we normally toss. It all has to do with an off-grid lifestyle, which is one of our frugality, self-sufficiency, and learning to appreciate what you have. Would I personally choose to live without electricity forever? I don't think so. I like to have it every once in a while, but I also like my cold Pepsis too much and obviously enjoy communicating with people online, getting new info and ideas, and getting these videos out to you guys. But I definitely say that living without electricity, even for a little while, can be a life-altering experience, as I just experienced, that you won't regret. So go ahead and try it for a few days, and you'll probably want to do it again throughout the year. Have you tried living without electricity? If so, let me know at 844-405-HELP. And when you do call me at 844-405-HELP, we can help each other take our lives back. And remember to be good to yourselves, but be good also to other people. Because a simple smile to a total stranger can change that stranger's day, maybe even their life. And it definitely will help you throughout your day. May God bless you, and may God bless America. And remember that God gave you electricity called daylight. Utilize it the best you can. Take good care. God loves you.